And I know this is a hard time for a lot of people, and I'm going to talk to the creatives right now because I am a creative, and I know it's been hard for me being back home and trying to still continue being creative and take pictures with literally no one but myself, because there's no one I can take pictures with during this whole social distancing quarantine thing. And also my family is not equipped in, taking pictures or using a camera, so I must do everything myself, and so it's just been super hard. But I've managed, and I think we should all take this time to really relax and breathe, and or if you can't relax and breathe and creating art like me is something that keeps you sane and grounded and happy, then this is the perfect time for you to exercise your talents. This is the perfect time for you to find another talent that you never even knew you had, or you know practice a talent that you've been wanting to practice for a long time, but you haven't had the time because of school or work. This is the perfect time to really just do things that you haven't done, but do it while you're in the house. So really find something that you can do in the house and still enjoy. And even like I'm doing right now, you can get out of the house in your yard or on your porch or your steps or whatever you have, and just take in, Mother Nature. You have to live today, and I understand that we are stuck in the house, but you still have to live today, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Anything could happen, but I want to take this time to be out in nature, because it's a beautiful day. It's nice weather. The flowers are blooming. The grass is growing. The trees are flourishing, and I just want to be around that, because being in nature makes me happy. The bugs, no, but being in nature, it makes me happy, and I just feel like we should all just go outside, breathe a little. I literally have my skates on. I'm about to skate around my neighborhood. I know this is all over the place, but I was for real, like, just woken up out of nowhere. And I just felt like it was necessary to say, because I feel like some people needed to hear this. But just know that divine planning is real, and you must take your time. Like, you also know that you are growing each and every day. Like, you are not the same person you were yesterday. You're not the same person you were a week ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, a year, 3, 4 years. Just look back at your life and see how much you have evolved since then. Okay? And then really embrace that and take that in and appreciate that feeling, because that is such a good feeling to know that you are not the same person that you were. That is beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful things ever. You should always continuously work to be a better person, and just be compassionate for other people and for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Really, trying to get rid of negative thoughts is a job. You have to constantly work at it and work and work and work. It's not just going to go away. It's not just going to go away with medicine. You have to constantly work at training your mind to think positive whenever a negative thought comes in. And that's what I had to do, and it was hard, but like I've gotten to a point where like I don't need medicine anymore, because one, I tried like 2, 3 different types of antidepressants, and they all didn't work, and I hated taking them. And so it got to a point where I was like, no more, no more. Let me see if I can try to do this on my own. And I was watching like inspirational videos on how to like train my mind and just all this stuff. Even if you like wake up and watch those inspirational TED Talks or inspirational videos that you be hearing Will Smith narrating, or um, Martin Luther King, they're as corny as they can be. Sometimes they are very helpful, and they have good messages in them. So I really advise you to watch if you want to. And I also feel like during this time of just constant negative news and just negativity, just in general, you need to work and train your brain to think positive. And because once you think positive, start thinking positive, you'll feel more positive, and it'll be easier to really just kick those negative thoughts out. I'm not saying that they're gonna go away forever, because there are times where like I'll have this negative feeling inside, and I can feel myself getting back into it, but then I have to snap myself out of it, because that's what I have to do. That's what you have to do. It's not just gonna go away on its own. Like, you have to work for that and work towards that end goal that you want. To the creatives that are going back to school, um, I know it is gonna be even more difficult to make art over, you know, online courses and at home because you don't have the resources that you would at school. And I know that plays a big part in our mental health too, because we're like, oh well, we don't have the resources. How are we gonna do this? It's not gonna be up to my standards. It's not gonna be this. It's not gonna be this. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna look ugly. It's gonna be bad. Blah 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 blah. And then we also get into the whole comparing our work to other people, which is just a common art thing. Like, every artist compares their work to other people. Their freshman year, I compared my work to my ex boyfriend's work, and that's when I was like the least creative. I felt the worst creative block I've ever felt in my entire life, because I was like, I'm not good enough because his work is 10 tons better than what I could ever create. And that was just so detrimental to my creativity and my mental health. But just know that you should not compare your work to other artists' work. Compare your work to your work. Because once you start seeing your growth, you'll start feeling better about the work that you produce. We're so in our head about our own work and self-conscious, and once we see someone doing the same thing that we're doing but better, we get even more into our head and we're like, I'm not creative. I can't do this. Why am I here? And all this. But you were here for a reason. Like I said, like, you were meant to be where you are. You were meant to do what you were doing. And don't let someone else stop you from doing that. Don't let yourself stop you from doing that. Don't self-sabotage, okay? Like, artists so many times sabotage their own self. And it's not healthy, to say the least. It's not healthy. So before you compare yourself to other people, compare yourself to yourself. And this goes to everyone. Try to be a better person every day. Don't compare yourself to somebody who you might find to be more beautiful than you. Yeah, they might be attractive on the outside, but their insides are probably ugly. And do you really want to? No. Don't compare yourself to them, because you're probably better, to be honest. um, and for art, compare your work to your work. When you make art and then you make a new piece of art, look back at what you made before this new piece. What did you get better this time that you didn't have the last time? What improved since the last time? There's so much to look into your own art, but we rarely do that. We always look into other people's art. No, don't do that. Look into your own. Look at what you are producing. Look at how you can improve your own style, your own aesthetic, instead of how you can improve because someone else's work looks better than yours. No, 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 no. Compare your work to your work, no one else's. But that's really all I wanted to come on here and say. I just wanted to shed. I just wanted to shed some light and some positive energy to everyone during this hard time, because I know how hard it is, and I hope that you got something out of this. I hope I really just wasn't just rambling on. I really do hope this helps, if not a lot, a little bit of people. And if you're still watching, thanks for watching this whole video. I really appreciate it, and maybe I might make more of these videos. I'm just really, really illiterate, so it's hard to like sit in front of the camera and like just like talk without like a script. But I hate reading from a script. I just want to, talk from the heart and just naturally. But it's so hard because I'm just like, damn, the words aren't coming out, bruh.